What's up? Whiskey one. Yo, I have not done a review. I didn't even look at my YouTube channel to see when the last time I did a review was on. When was the last time I did a review? And I didn't look to see what I reviewed last. So I have no idea. I do know this. It's been a long fucking time. I am so sorry. When I say I've been busy, I mean I have been busy. But that does not mean I haven't been drinking some really good stuff. Now I've been busy, man. Like I just little stuff. I don't know. I wrote a book, like a legit ass book. That's me on the cover. I wrote a book and shit. Doing really well. Already started part 2 of this 5-book series, and then I started a new company. It's a meal prep service where I like cook, prepare meals for other people, which is doing extremely well. So I've, and then on top of that, my training company and all that stuff. So I've been really fucking busy. But like I said, just because I'm busy doesn't mean I hadn't been enjoying some good pours. I'm gonna do something crazy today. I haven't done this in a long time. You guys have to excuse me. I'm super thirsty today, as you'll be able to see. I am going to review, this might be a little bit of a longer video, a longer review. I have so many bottles that I want to share with you guys, and I want to do it in a compact amount of time, in as little video count as I possibly can. So I'm going to talk fast. I'm going to go through 4 bottles in this one review. 1 glass, 4 bottles, 4 pours, 4 reviews, 1 video. And then I'll come back and hit you guys with another one here pretty soon. So I did some traveling, which is my annual beach vacation with my family. We go to South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. They opened up a brand new Total Wine in Myrtle Beach. Just a reminder, if you didn't know, now you do. Myrtle Beach does not sell alcohol on Sundays. Not any at all. Not beer, not wine, not liquor. Okay? Liquor sales, Monday through Saturday, end at 7 p.m. You can still buy beer and wine, but you can't buy the good stuff. So, I learned that the hard way. I got to Myrtle Beach on a Saturday, went to Total Wine at about 7:30. My wife got her beer, and I didn't get to get my beach drinks. But that's okay, because I know that the liquor tax in South Carolina is higher than that of here in Georgia. So I made sure to take about $250 worth of alcohol with me to the beach. Anyway, and then that Sunday, there was no alcohol sales. And then Monday morning, after the gym, I swung on through and picked up a couple of things. The first one I'm gonna pour for you guys this is a scotch that I've never heard of. I saw it, the price point was about 40 bucks. I Googled it to see if there's any other reviews or any information on it. And you know what, to be honest with you, maybe my Google is different than y'all's, but I couldn't find shit on this one. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Akavan. It is aged 8 year. It's a blended malt scotch out of Islay. Once again, I'm not a big fan of blends, but the ones that I've drank I like, but I've had some that I can't do. But I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. Akavan blended malt takes its characteristics from the local peat used to dry the barley and the proximity to the sea of the various distilleries. These factors imbue. I'm gonna have to look that shit up later. I-M-B-U-E, imbue. Sounds fancy. Imbue Akavan with a distinctive marine, phenolic, and peaty flavor. See, when I use the words marine, phenolic, and peaty all together, well, damn it, I have to try it. So this is specially aged, specially selected, aged 8 years. We got a 46% alcohol by volume, which puts it at 80 proof. 750 milliliter bottle cost me about 40 bucks. This was a impulse buy. As you can see by the amount that's left in it, always trust your instincts. I'll read the back real quick. Islay is the 5th largest Scottish island and lies off the west coast of Scotland. It has just over 3,000 inhabitants. Its main industries are malt whiskey, distilling, and tourism. The influence of the Gulf Stream keeps the climate mild compared to mainland Scotland. All right, well, anyway, like I said, there's not a whole lot on this one online, on Google. I mean, yeah, you can see where you can buy it, but as far as reviews go, I'm not gonna say I'll be the first one to do it, but I'm the first one that I've seen do a review on this shit. Here's the one thing that always concerns me about any alcohol, especially Scotch and bourbon: the twist top. For me, and it's probably really unfair, probably even stereotypical, and I don't know, but a twist top to me usually signifies cheap. Like, dude, you couldn't make a cork for this shit. But at the same time, never judge a book by its cover. I'm gonna go ahead and pour some. Fuck it. We've got 3 other bottles to do. I don't have time. Damn, that's a lot. This video is gonna be interesting. All right, so Aqavan, not much has been said on it. It is an Islay blended malt Scotch whiskey. Obviously, use the barley. Anything out of Islay to me is a winner so far. So this was interesting. I've been hitting this one to preserve my more expensive bottles, but I like variety. So, all right, Aqavan. Like I said, I don't know Aqavan. Anyway, there's a typical Scotch. Blended meaning they've taken, I guess, ingredients from different distilleries, put them together. It's a very young Scotch. Right off the nose. You know what? Off the nose, you get all the alcohol, you get all the phenols, you get all the peat. Right up. I mean, when I poured it, it was way over here. See, I'm here, and it's over here. I'm here. The glass is over here, and I can smell that shit. I like that. But you look at this. I'm gonna switch it around a little bit. Maybe the camera can catch that walk on it. You see it, man? If I use my head, you can see the background. Nope. Probably can't. It's not as oily as a lot of the Scotch that I like, but okay. It's young. It's young. It is a punch. It is a punch in the face, in the back of the throat right there. And that's just, I think that's more of the alcohol. And the smokiness, the peatiness, that shit fades off pretty fast, but it's right up front. And then it kind of dies off, and then you get, well, let me double check. It dies off, and then you get, the fuck is that? Like, of course you get your citruses and your apples and shit like that. Look, before I go on with any of the other bottles, can I just say this? I understand reviews. I understand. I watch whiskey reviews. I watch especially cigar reviews. By the way, I am smoking the new 2019 Willie Herrera Esteli from Drew Estates, the Miami. Had to get that out. That shit was like right here. Brand new this year. Really good cigar. I can tell you the makeup of it, but I don't feel like it. Just trust me. If you like a medium to strong cigar, then this is a good one. Like I was saying though, I watch a lot of reviews, and maybe I'm just an amateur, which I've told you guys before, I'm a fucking amateur. I know how to taste. I know what I like to taste, but when I hear these people say shit like, I get baked pork chop with shiitake mushrooms on the back of my left tongue, and then I get baked pears and straw. Look, I don't know. I know what all that shit tastes like. Maybe I'm not bougie enough or complex enough, but I can't taste that shit when I drink. I mean, I can taste some of the stuff, like, I can taste earth and dirt, and I can taste barley, and I can taste, but that's about it. I'm not gonna say this shit tastes like birthday cake, you know, chocolate birthday cake. I'm not gonna do that. I can't, because I don't taste that. I can sit here and meditate and but I'm not gonna taste that shit. What I'm gonna taste is smoke, peat, citrus. If I do taste fruit, it's gonna be more of a fall fruit. That's about it, and that's subtle shit. I'm not gonna get that deep into it. Anyway, Achavan, avocado, whatever the fuck the name of this shit is right here. Achavan, okay, I'm gonna break it down to y'all real quick. It's 8 years old. It's blended. A lot of ingredients from a lot of different factories or distilleries. I mean, usually when it's aged that young, you kind of expect it to be just unfinished, rushed, like taste rushed. You're gonna expect it's unpredictable, to be honest. I have another unpredictable drink down here that I want you guys to walk with me. But Achvan, for about $40, I give it a 3.5 out of 4. But that's only because of the company that it's keeping with me today. I will say this: if you don't like peat, if you don't like Ardbeg, if you don't like Lafroig, if you don't like Lagavulin, if you don't like even some of the Highland Park lineups, then you're not gonna like this shit. If you're one of those people that don't like a lot of peat, you don't like it to kick you in the face or in the chest or make you burp, that's just me. I have indigestion issues sometimes. But if you don't like that shit, then this one's not for you. Actually, if you don't like that shit, then nothing that I'm gonna review today is for you. Now, if you like strong, peated, smoky whiskey, then this shit is okay. It's one of those things you serve company, or if you just want something inexpensive because your golden boys are sitting up on the top shelf and you just want something inexpensive to drink because the day was fucked up, then Akavan is pretty good. You'll probably see more reviews on it in the near future. It's not a bad pour. It's really not a bad pour. As you can see, I've when I first tasted it, I was like, huh. But then, like most liquors, once you drink enough of it, it starts to taste okay. So that's Akavan, aged 8 years, about $40, 3.5 stars out of 5. Moving on. Now, this next one I've been holding on to for a long fucking time, and I didn't even know it. I thought it was gone. It was at the top of my liquor cabinet, but way in the back. I thought it was gone. I saw this bottle. I saw the price tag. Oh shit! Y'all saw that? Look, still going. I saw the price tag and I was like, damn, is YOLO really even a thing anymore? So I was like, fuck it, if it's not, then that's fine, I'm gonna buy it anyway. I don't tell my wife, because if she knew how much I spent on it, she'd probably kill me. Okay, the next one I'm talking about, my favorite expression from this distillery is an actual 8 year. It's an actual 8 year. And it's basically from the same island. It's from Isla. Lagavulin, 16. Light is fucking bright today. There it is. Now, I've been holding on to this, but I didn't know how long. I didn't know I still had some. I thought it was gone. If you look back in the history of reviews I've done, I have done a review on the 8 year. The 8 year is arguably the better of the Lagavulin line. It's weird though. Check this out. So the 8 year pushes about almost $60. Okay, the 16 year pushes maybe $80 something. The 12 year ramps up to in the hundreds, like 115, 120 bucks. So it's like, how is the 12 priced higher than the 16? Because usually, the older, the more expensive. By the way, at this very same Total Wine at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, they had it locked up in the case, but there was like aged 20 something years, and that shit was pushing like 750 to like $1,000. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to YOLO this bitch again and get one, but I'll probably do that and drink it in my car because I'll be homeless and divorced. But one of these days, this shit's gonna be worth it. Anyway, I got the 16 year, bought it for about 80, maybe 80 something dollars. I'm not sure. It is, if you've never had Lagavulin or Lagavulin, I like to say Lagavulin because it just feels better on my face. Lagavulin, if you've never had it, I do recommend it. It's one of the powerhouses, if not the powerhouse, of the Isla Islands in Scotland. This is a product of Scotland, Lagavulin, Isla single malt Scotch whiskey, aged 16 years. I don't have my glasses, but I will try my best to read the fine print on this bitch. Says, lock water rushing over rocky falls, barley malted over moorland peat, slow distillation and long maturation in oak casks, all help us to shape Lagavulin's robust and smoky character. Time, say the islanders, takes out the fire but leaves in the warmth. The strange horse of Sunnibah. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff there. I can't see it. I don't have my glasses. I am old. But like I said, this is a Diageo. Diageo picked up Lagavulin some time ago. Okay, so here, real quick. The 8 year was introduced for the, I guess, the 200th year anniversary of Lagavulin, and it's a mainstay, I think, at this point, even though the 16 gets all the credit for being their flagship. But the 8 and the 16, I haven't tried the 12 because I just can't bring myself to pay that, even though I said I'd rather pay $750 for like a 24 year or whatever the cost is. But if I do see a 12, I will probably buy it. I am a huge fan of Lagavulin. I'm a huge fan. The 8 is readily available for purchase just about everywhere I go. And when I'm looking for some scotch and I'm looking for something between the $50 and $70 range, then I'll buy the 16 because it's completely out of that range. But I'll buy it. I definitely will buy the 8. I'll definitely buy the 8 all the time. That's a $60 bottle that never disappoints, and it's always a good pour. And if I'm not careful, I could drink an entire bottle within 2.5, 3 days, depending on what day of the week it is. Fortunately, it's a Friday. My Fridays are half days, and I don't have a whole lot to do. So I'm gonna switch this bitch around in my Trust Your Process cup from Etch and Sketch Glassworks. They hand create all of my glasses, etch them and sandblast them. Great friends, great people. I love them. Thank you. We got to do more business soon. I know you guys just sent me a shit ton of shit, and I have more designs ready and waiting. Anyway, in my Trust Your Process glasses, you will see, I'm going to do the little swishy, and you can see that those legs walk a little bit different than that Akavan that I had. It's a little bit more oily. This is a 16 year. On the nose, here's a fucked up thing. Anything that's peated almost has the same exact smell. So it's like, it's hard to say, oh, on the nose it's completely different. I get warm apple pie and cookies. I don't, I get peat. I am a huge fan of the 8 year. I am a huge fan of the 8 year. I will choose that 8 year over any other year besides that 20 and up. But between the 8, 12, and 16, the 8 year is my shit. But if that 12 can't beat this 16, then they need to drop the price on that shit because the 16 is hitting. The 16, unlike the 8 year, of course, the 8 year Akavan. Okay, I'm doing the comparison between the two because I don't have an 8 year with me, but the Akavan 8 year, if I put that in comparison with the Lagavulin 8 year, I'll tell you like this, easy. Lagavulin 8 year blows the Akavan away, all right? It's kind of like, if I take the 16 year and the 8 year and I put them in a ring to fight, it would basically be Mr. T and Rocky Balboa. Remember how Mr. T was beating Rocky's ass, but the Italian stallion got that motherfucking chin and that stamina. He came and beat Mr. T's ass. that would be the 8 year. The 8 year would be Rocky. Don't get it wrong. The Lagavulin is delicious. I don't give a fuck what year you choose. If you like smoke, if you like that smoky balance and that type shit, then the 16 year is good, the 8 year is good, and once I find the 12, I'll fucking do a review on that. I do recommend this. This one gets a 5 out of 5. Sorry, I'm drinking scotch, and it's drying me the fuck out. The Lagavulin 8 year and 16 year are extremely acceptable, or exceptional. The 8 year, to me, in my opinion, is better than the 16. I'll buy the 8 year over the 16 any day, but when I'm feeling a little, when I feel like balling just a little, like rich broke, like just barely balling, kind of like pinballing, not basketball, because there's like balling and there's balling. Then I'll grab the 16. I do recommend trying it. I'm probably gonna finish this tonight. I have a lot of cigars that I want to smoke and a lot of fucking writing to do tonight, so I'm gonna do it with this little bit. All right, so there's the Lagavulin 16 age. Isla single malt Scotch, 86 proof. It's wonderful. All right, moving on, because this shit is at what, 20 minutes? All right, next up. I am a huge fan of this distillery. They gave us bottles like the Magnus. They gave us bottles like the Valkyrie. They gave us bottles like the Valknut. They gave us the Viking heritage, Viking pride. You know what I mean? Just really good Scotch, single malt. What I'm talking about, and if you follow my Instagram page, I am talking about a distillery that I have been buying almost religiously for months. The Magnus is my shit because it's affordable. At 40 bucks, it's $10 cheaper than Lefroy and gives me just as much pleasure as a good the 10-year Lefroy does. I'm talking about none other than Highland Park. I don't know if it'll, there it is. The Valknut. It's so weird to say that. The Valknut. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, this is gonna go pretty quick. For those of you who don't know, first of all, the bottle is completely opaque. You cannot see through it. The only way that I can see how much is left in this bottle is if I go outside, hold it directly up to the fucking sun, squint one eye, and just look straight at it, and then I can see it. There's a good little bit in here once I pour this, and then I give my contributions and my donations to my infinity bottle, and I'll tell you guys what that is here shortly. Then I'll know pretty much where I am as far as how much of this is left. So there I was in Myrtle Beach, and I'm at the Scotch, of course it's on a Monday, and I'm looking at it, and I see that they have this, the Valknut from Highland Park. Now, if you don't know what that means or why that's important to me, okay, real quick, Highland Park, they have a lot of different, what's the word I'm looking for? Themes, as far as some of their expressions. One of them is Viking pride. There's going to be 3 bottles released. The first one was the Valkyrie. The second one is this Valknut. The third one, we don't know yet. Hopefully they release it before the end of the year. If not, we'll probably get it next year. I am a huge fan of this series so far. I've bought the Valkyrie. I bought it twice. The reason why I bought it is because a local shop mispriced it. And I think I told you guys on the review when I did it that they mispriced it for $49, when in actuality, the cost is about $90. So I bought 2 of them bitches, right? I didn't know that going in when I bought them until I did some research to see how I was going to review it, and then I found out that I saved myself $90 on some really good shit. So I'm at total. I'm walking down, of course, looking at all the different fucking scotches, and I see the Highland Park Vault Net, and I was like, and so the day that we left the beach on our way out of Myrtle Beach, I had my wife stop at this Total Wine again, and I went in, and it came down between the Highland Park Vault Nut and the Brudelich Scottish barley peated bottle. The Highland Park was $80 something, and the Brudelich was like $99. Now I'm a frugal motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm frugal. My kids need shoes, I'm looking for them on sale. My kids need clothes, I'm looking for them on sale. Whenever my cable and internet goes out in my house, I'm on the phone with the company getting my fucking credit for, service interruption. But when it comes to my scotch, I cut no corners. But that price differential between the Highland Park Vault Nut and the Brudelich had me fucked up. And as you can see, I walked out with the Vault Nut. Only because it's Highland Park. All right, here we go. Look at that. Completely different color. It's a little bit lighter. And we're going to watch that walk real quick if we can see it. There, nope, there it is. A little bit oilier. Now, I'm not going to do the whole geographical location thing. I don't know where Orkney is. Orkney, I guess, is somewhere in Scotland. Let's ask Google. Where is Orkney?
Here's a map of Orkney, United Kingdom.
All right, so I got a map of Orkney, United Kingdom. And let's see what happens. You're not gonna be able to see that because of the light and reflection. But okay, that's crazy. Hey, before I go, I want to tell you, before I go on, the Okavan, when I Googled it, it brought me to a hiking and biking trail. The pictures that I saw was all mountainous terrain, and just rocks every fucking where. And it was like, you can ride a bike up to this point, then you have to fucking hike the rest of that shit. It's just rugged, rough fucking terrain. And to be honest with you, the pictures that I saw are clear representations of what's in this bottle. That shit's rocky and rough, but if you're a person that likes to sightsee, then you'll see some shit that takes your breath away. So there you go for the Aqualane. Still a 3.5 out of 5. Anyway, Orkney is an archipelago off the northeastern coast of Scotland. From here it says the islands encompass Neolithic sites, tall sandstone cliffs, and seal colonies. The heart of Neolithic Orkney is a group of 5,000-year-old sites on mainland. The largest island, including the Skara. Y'all really try my fucking pronunciation skills today. Anyway, I'm looking on the map, and there's a mainland. I don't see where it just says Orkney, but I'm guessing it's somewhere right in. You're not gonna see it. Somewhere right in there. Okay. Anyway, that's Orkney. All right, real quick, Viking lore. I don't know a lot about it. I know Thor from the Marvel comics because I read comic books every night. Here's what Highland Park's doing. They've released a Viking series, Viking Honor series, or Viking Pride or something like that. Highland Park Vault Nut is supposed to tell the story of when a great warrior dies, that they have this glorious and respectful passing into the next realm of Odin and coming back, and just, it's a whole thing. It's a really cool story. Here's the thing about stories. I like a good story, but you can tell me a good story, but if the shit tastes like ass, then fuck your story. But I kind of like the whole Viking thing. Like I said, I am a huge fan of Thor. I know he's not the only Viking in the world. You know, can't forget about Leif Erikson. If you guys don't know your history, just check it out. I never got into like the show Vikings and all that stuff. All I give a fuck about is how good the shit tastes. Now, because we're not on the Isle of Islay, Highland Park has done something with this Valgnut that is quite impressive. On the nose, you can kind of smell the peat. But the thing is, I don't think there's a lot of peat in this. Maybe I'm just fucked up. I keep trying to figure it out. I know that there's some distilling process in some kind of cask that makes this shit the way that it is. And the way that it is all right. So when you use peat, you get all the phenols, you get all that smoke that a lot of people either like or don't like. You can't be in the middle, really. But what they did with the Highland Park is I think they added some barley to it. But the distillation process is so weird. We're talking a 46 by 8% alcohol by volume in a 750 milliliter bottle that you cannot see through. The only time you know that you're done is when you pour it and it's like drip, drip. And you're like, fuck. To be honest with you, the Valgnut is good. You got a little smoke on the back, but it's not overwhelming at all. And this is the part that I fucking hate, but it's there. I do know what baked pears taste like because I do cook. I am a cook. And I can taste some of that. I know I said I'm not one of those people, but that's just honest to God shit right there. So, baked pears is a little heat, a little smoke, a little grass, a little hay, blah, blah, blah. See how fucking stupid that sounds? I mean, to each your own. Shit, I need a Ricola. If you do reviews and you want to give that whole, it tastes like toast with a little unsalted butter, then by all means, fucking do your thing. But to me, does it taste good? Yes, it tastes great. You should buy it. Is it worth $80-something? Yes, fucking buy it. They're releasing 3 of these out of this series. This is number 2. Will I buy it again? Probably. Will I buy number 3? Probably. Does Highland Park have a Warrior series? Yes. Am I going to get into those? Hell yes. Do they have a Norse series? Yes. Am I going to buy that? Yes. Why? Because I fucking like Highland Park. Moving on. This shit's good. $83. 5 out of 5. That's what the bottle looks like. It's got like a bluish, purplish, there it is. It's got that color of Bane on it. It's really good. It's really good. I'm bullshitting. It's really fucking good. I love this shit. I don't know. I gotta put some in my infinity bottle. My infinity bottle. Most people, like my friend Josh, takes the last little drip drops of a bottle that he's finished and puts it in another bottle. And over time, that bottle fills up. Infinity can be however long or however short you want it to be. For me, I take about a shot and a half of my really good scotch and bourbons, and I pour them all in one bottle. I've done a review on my first one. I'm working on my second one. So far, this one's my newest one has Akavan, Lagavulin 16, and Highland Park Valgnut in it, along with some other stuff that has long gone. But I've probably got about that much in a bottle. That bottle, which by the way, was etched and blasted by my friends at Etch and Sketch Glassworks, the same people who make my fucking glasses. So, for real, look them up. That was the third one, right? And I'm at 33 minutes. How many drinks have you guys drank so far? All right, moving on. The champion of the evening. And I'm probably gonna ride this one out for the rest of the night while I work. The new season of Orange is the New Black just came out, and I'm gonna indulge in a little binge watching because I love that show. Now, the last one. This bottle fucks me up. When I say fucked up, I'm not talking about inebriated, I'm talking about mental, like a mental mind fuck. Because I will admit, I'm not that good at tasting a distillation process. I'm not that good at tasting a lot of ingredients. Maybe you watch me because you hope I have that type of knowledge, but I don't. I like to drink, and I like shit to taste good. I am a Scotch man through and through. I will fuck with some bourbon, but you better have the good bourbon. This stuff though, I bought the first release of it, not last year, but was it last year? Maybe the end of 2017. It may have been a gift to myself because I gift myself often. But I bought it, and it's one of those things where it's like, here, try it. It's a mystery. See if you can guess the ingredients. I got 6 out of like 8 of the ingredients right. 2 of them I never fucking thought would even be a part of the process. And so what they did was they released another one. What I'm talking about is none other than the Glenlivet Enigma. General population does not know what went into making this Scotch. I just know that it's from the Glenlivet, one of my other favorite distilleries. Between Glenlivet and Glenfiddich, it's almost a fucking tie. But the last expression they had, which was the Glenlivet, the code. The way they do it, they release it. They wait until like the end of the year, December, January, February, to tell us what they did to create this. Now, the guy at Hops liquor store said that he tried to figure out the crossword puzzle. I guess it's the clue as to what's in it, how it's made or whatever. Again, with the opaque bottle, I have no idea. All I can do is go by weight. Y'all thought I was gonna drop that shit, it felt like it. By weight and by sound, I'm thinking this shit's up to here. This is one that I bought before I went to the beach. The day before I went to the beach, I bought this, and it was an impulse buy. This bottle cost $123. I didn't pay $123 for it. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and pour some out of this deep black bottle. I'm not gonna pour a whole lot because fuck y'all. Y'all get your own shit and drink it up. I'm gonna pour enough to taste so I can tell you guys about it. But on this bottle, what's the ABV is 750 milliliter bottle at a 60.6% alcohol by volume, putting it at 121.2 proof, motherfucker. This is my first time actually looking at it. I'm excited about that. I love the higher proof shit. Because not all bottles can carry a high proof and actually still be good. The Glenlivet Enigma, I was gonna sit it right there, but that's not a good look. 100, almost 122 proof. Look at that. See that color? It's a lot lighter than the other 3 that I poured. We're looking at 40 minutes on this time. All right, so look, as you can see, I'm gonna swish here. I'm gonna swish it around. Look how slow that shit is. Can y'all fucking see it? God dang it, I wish y'all could see it. That shit is oily. That shit is taking its time. That's like taking a dog for a walk that has problems shitting. And you just gotta walk that shit out until it just finally squats and lets that shit out. That's what that shit is. It's like super slow. All right, here we go. Subtle. Citrus. I guarantee you there's a sherry cask somewhere in this shit. Jimenez cask or something. There's some baked fruit. I clown them, but I mean I got some experience in this shit. Okay, there's some good fruits in there, some good aromas. There's not a lot, but at 121 point whatever proof, it's got to pack a punch, right? It packs a punch. All right. Kudos for the high proof. I fucking love high proof. Especially on a scotch. I think the highest proof on a scotch I've had was the Lefroy cask strength one. It was like 130 something. I guess I can't remember. I was probably drunk. But this was sitting at 120, almost 122 proof, and it's hidden. It's good. This is the shit that you pour for your homies who can appreciate a good fucking scotch. Okay? Not all your homies can do that, trust me. A good fucking scotch. Something that they just like sit there and they just want to twirl that bitch. Just twirl it. Just twirl it. Not to somebody who's like, oh my God! You know, nah, fuck that. You don't give this to them. You might give them that Aquaman and they ain't really gonna like that. So then you just give them some fucking Crown Royal Peach or some shit and let them pinky up that shit. But this Enigma is truly an enigma because I have no fucking idea how it was distilled and what went into it and what went into the process. All I know is that it is a delightful pour. It is hard, it is rough, it is smooth. It's kind of like, I don't know. Oh, okay, look. See how my head's bald? I just shaved it this morning. It's probably peeling because I got a little sunburn. Yes, black people, we do sunburn. My shoulders are like super fucking peeling, and it's just the camera probably won't pick it up because I put that moisturizer on. But we do sunburn. Get some sunblock. That shit look crazy on us. Anyway, it's like when you first shave your head and when you go down, it's like, oh my gosh, that's so smooth. But then when you go up, it's like, you know what I'm saying? That's what this Enigma was like. I knew I would find a description for it. It's like a fresh shaved head. Ladies, unless you have a fresh shaved head, the only thing I can compare it to is when you first shave your legs and you rub your hands down like this, and you're like, oh girl. And then you rub it up and you're like, oh girl. Okay, that's this shit. It still feels good, but at the same time it's still rough, but it's nice. It feels nice. It feels nice. You know, the breeze. You know how when the breeze, after you first shave your legs and the breeze or them 2,000 count bed sheets after you fresh shaved and you get in the bed and you rub your legs on that shit and you're like, oh my God, it feels so good. It's kind of like that. Yeah, I shave my legs too. Fuck y'all. The Glenlivet Enigma is an excellent pour. It gets 5 out of 5. Holland Park gets 5 out of 5. Aquaman gets 3.5 out of 5. Lagavulin gets fucking 4, and I would give it a 5, but the 8 reigns supreme, and I like Lagavulin better than Lagavulin in pronunciation. This is Whiskey Wonder. Trust your fucking dopeness. You guys hit up Etch and Sketch Glassworks for all your customized glasses. They have like actually, look, these were the first ones that they sent me that I ordered, and I mean reasonably priced. Oh my God, decanters, coaster, all that shit. They got all your drinking accessories as you needed. And then this was the latest order. As you can see, that's Afro Samurai. If you guys don't understand who that is, Google it, watch it. It's awesome. Afro Samurai, I am a very huge fan. Very huge fan. That's what that is on my arm right there. So, you know, and then of course, you've got Gino on the bottom. It's really that fucking serious, as you can see, my Gino there. You guys, fucking 43 minutes, almost 44 minutes. You guys hung out with me. Hopefully you were able to pour a few drams and smoke a cigar. I apologize for the hiatus. Like I said, I'm a busy fucking man. I'm working on book number 2. I'm considering renting kitchen space, industrial kitchen space for this meal prep service. And my one-on-ones, I am considering opening a new personal training facility. All that stuff's in the works right now. And I can't tell you what it is until I finalize all of the concept, the entire concept. But I'm developing a new app that's going to, how could I say this? It's gonna help you guys. Well, my local people. Well, within 10-mile radius. Sorry, everybody that's outside of a 10-mile radius. If it goes well and this new business venture jumps off, then maybe I'll be able to go 15-mile radius. Until then, this is Whiskey Wonder. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish the Lagavulin and probably the Aquaman now. And I'll see you guys next time. I have about 3 other bottles that I do need to do for you guys, but I'm not gonna do them all at once because 45 minutes is a long time. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for hanging out with me, because I talk a lot of shit, and either you guys are like easily entertained, or you really want to hear what I have to say. Either way, I fucking appreciate it. Peace.